What's going on, guys? Welcome back, Four to Score Sports, episode number 31. Almost at Keith's age, getting there. Only about 15 more years. So, this week we're joined with Devontae Keith, as always.
Yo.
And Zach Dietrich. And Caleb Morton. He's joining us again this week.
What's up? Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. So, Colt's not going to make it. He's at a draft party right now. Pretty cool, actually, I think. He'll be back next week. So, yeah, make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But, again, thank you, Caleb, for joining us, hopping in. We had fun with you last week. So, let's jump right into this. There's a lot of news going on. At the time of recording, the NBA draft is going on right now. It's 9 o'clock on Thursday. And things are getting crazy in the NBA. Just a few hours ago, Russell Westbrook got traded to the Lakers. Ben Simmons was in trade rumors and everything like that. So, let's talk about NBA. But first, with the Ben Simmons, the proposed trade was Wiseman, Wiggins, and 4 first-round picks in consecutive years.
Is that what Philly wanted for him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Warriors declined.
Yeah.
And it was just him. I don't think it was anybody
just
else.
him.
Yeah.
I know they were trying. They were asking
not
about
even
Bible.
Not even Seth. That would be kind of cool, but they didn't put him. They just said Ben Simmons.
That would have been cool. Imagine
cool.
Seth and Steph in the backcourt.
God.
I would probably score 35 on them, but other than that, they dropped 16.
They leave you open though is the thing. So you could probably put up a 30-40 bomb as well.
Tell them your little theory if you were on an NBA team.
Well, think about it. If you're on an NBA team, example you just said, imagine you're out there on the court, the spacing with Clay put you, Curry 2 times out there, right? And you're out there, the spacing on that team is going to be crazy. You think they're going to cover you? No, they're going to let you shoot. And I'm saying, if you hoop around in your driveway long enough, you'll eventually be able to shoot probably 20, 25% from 3, maybe wide open. You never know. Maybe you played a little varsity ball back in the day. And there you go. You can average 30 because they're not going to cover you.
But what happens if they do guard you?
Pass.
Don't score.
You become
that's how you get your assist up.
Pass the ball, get it out of there. Swing it around.
But honestly, 17 and 5.
Honestly, why would they guard you though? You're just
once you hit a couple.
I mean, if I hit one in a game, hey, I've got more points than 99.99% of people that have ever walked this earth. If I take one, if I just go into the game, I've done more than that. And I just really don't think NBA teams are going to try to guard me. I think that they're going to get in my head pretty much as soon as I put on my shoes, and they're just going to tell me basically like Michael Jordan did to Muggsy Bogues. Some hateful stuff, hate crimes going on the court. And I'm going to airball the hell out of some corner threes. I might hit the rim.
But here's the thing, though. So is Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is getting honestly, Ben Simmons is getting more space than I'm getting. Because I'm kind of Drano from the corner if you let me get an open look. So Ben Simmons is not. They're backing off Ben Simmons. They're more worried about him. I'm saying
they're letting him have anything.
That's how they would look. If you want to know how they would guard a regular person in the NBA, go watch how they guard Ben Simmons. Look exactly.
They're leaving him wide open from the free throw line. It's bad.
Exactly, and they want 4 first-round picks and Wiseman for this man. Are we kidding me right now? I mean, he could fit well with that much spacing, of course, maybe on a team like the Warriors.
Just drive
4 first-round picks in consecutive years.
They said
that
they were
Celtics trade back in the day.
Next,
are you serious? Look how that works.
Yeah.
Hey, Zach. Speaking of that, that's what I was thinking. What if the Lakers end up being the proposed super team that the Nets were supposed to have, with Westbrook coming, and it was supposed to be Buddy Hield, but I guess it's not anymore.
That would have been great.
What if it just? I mean, that is. That's
we got to get DeMar.
It's a bunch of superstars that have been good consistently, but now they're up in age, and you can kind of see it.
None of them shit.
And I don't know, man. I don't want it to be down bad for them like this. Showtime, regular season Showtime Lakers, but I don't know about them playoffs though. Could get ugly.
The whole thing with the Lakers, I bet like next off season, all the Lakers fans are gonna think that they're gonna have Steph, Harden, KD, LeBron, Kawhi, PG,
Oh, yeah.
Bam Adebayo, Rudy Gobert, all these guys on like league minimum deals, except for LeBron, who's gonna make $89 million and another Space Jam.
I wish he would take less, but I don't blame him. But he could take like 20 and get so many other players, but he wants to make 45.
Just to prove a point, probably. I mean, I don't blame him. Like, we're about our bag here on this show, so like.
Oh yeah. But as a fan of like wanting him to win, like,
So rolling into that Russell Westbrook talk, how do you guys think he even like fits with that Lakers squad?
He's a passer.
I
He's a
love it.
playmaker. LeBron's a
I love
playmaker. They have
Well,
3 playmakers on the court at all times, pretty much.
I meant what I said about the Showtime. Like, you remember, I feel like it's gonna be one of those things like how the Clippers used to be back in the day, where it was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, the Lakers are gonna
Like the
draw
Lob City
money.
Clippers.
If they can, if they can just mesh together and just like put on a show like the Globetrotters, not even, you know what I'm saying, like just win games and like look good while doing it like the Clippers did.
They can lose in the
And
second round.
The Lakers are gonna make back all the money that they like 10 times over what they spent for all these players to be together. Because I completely forgot Andre Drummond is a center.
Yeah, he ain't
I
coming
completely
back.
forgot that.
I'm gonna get the same amount of rebounds as him this year. So like,
He's not coming back at
Yeah.
all. They
what
definitely gotta
happened,
add some
what
shit.
happened to that man? That man
He
was
just didn't get any
averaging
playing
18
time.
and 25.
And he'll still get that for you. He's just not as good of
he
a
just
player
didn't
as the
get
stats said.
He didn't get any playing time at all, as well.
I just remember in 2K, he was always like an 88 overall, and he was always the first trade option in my league. And like,
Every time.
you could literally trade like a second round pick and get Andre Drummond
Mhm.
just because he couldn't shoot. And
Yeah,
like 2K
He was
logic,
horrible.
yeah. But
He
he
got
go out
rebounds,
there
though.
in the sim and get you 25 and 20, defense player of the year.
Shots,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. He was gross. He was on a
But-
budget too. He was a low contract guy because he was like 24, and he had signed a dumbass deal when he was young. So
Yeah. He pulled a Melo.
Melo. Speaking of Melo, the Hornets pick is in. I'm just kidding. That's LaMelo.
Yeah.
You guys get mad when
I want.
who is Melo to you guys?
Carmelo.
Carmelo.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Just making sure.
Hey, so far
I'm in the younger
with
gen,
the
Carmelo. Not even a question.
Yeah, I
oh,
mean,
never mind, they didn't say it. They-
yeah. Do you guys like low key like get mad when people refer to LaMelo on Twitter as Melo? Like that's just kind of weird.
No.
It's
I-
weird to me. I'm not mad. It's just like weird. Like his dad named him LaMelo. That's why I'm gonna call him LaMelo. Or
Hey, what about
LUH.
Carmelo Anthony? His dad named him that.
No, his mom named him that. She named him after
Oh.
the candy bar.
My,
Carmelo.
my bad.
Yeah. See. But anyway,
What do you
he
call
was-
the Cowboys? Okay, what do you call the Cowboys quarterback?
I don't.
Had a question. for
Rain,
Lee.
Dakota, Dak Prescott.
What were you gonna say, Zach? What do you call the Cowboys quarterback?
Ray
Lovely
Ray.
human being who had an unfortunate injury. And we'll leave it at that.
He was gonna
Anti-injury here at Florida Score Sports.
say trash.
Yeah, I was gonna say a walking trash can, like a dumpster, but that's just me. Dumpster with legs, but
He's a Panthers fan. Don't worry. Sam
Yeah,
Darnold's
hey,
gonna
like,
save the
yeah,
day.
I expected something else. It's not the Panthers.
McCaffrey.
That's
McCaffrey.
it.
He's a running back. Look at how we're
That's
doing
it.
with running backs. Our
your running back's legs gave out a couple years ago.
McCaffrey's giving out this year, so
Yeah, exactly.
y'all got
Um,
like eight games with it,
We thought-
possible
yeah.
MVP. And then that's
we
it.
saw it a little bit last year. Now with our busted offensive line, at least Zeke had a couple good ones.
Going
Dodgers
back
are
to
getting Max
basketball
Scherzer.
real quick. They sent a little trade package for. First of all, I just like to say that I knew Russell Westbrook wasn't staying in Washington, and I hope Beal stays. But if not, maybe we'll get a couple good players off of him. But they were talking about Ben Simmons possibly coming, and it's wild because I'm pretty sure I mentioned how like
to where?
I wait to Washington, man. I've
Oh.
waited for this. I've played this
I would
moment on
low-key
2K.
put
I played
Simmons
it.
deal.
and
feels
it's not as good as I thought it would be, but maybe it'll be better in real life. But they're trying to give all their firstborn sons to Bradley Beal to make him stay. Hopefully he takes them and sacrifices them and stays, but I don't know what's going to
I
happen.
think he'll stay, unfortunately for him. But
Yeah.
I think he'll.
I mean,
stay.
but they said they were trying to build around him, and he can't get that
Mhm.
energy anywhere else, I would assume. So I guess he's like,
no,
well,
probably not.
He's
I'll
not
make it
good
last.
enough to be the best player on a contending team. He would be a
I think
great
so.
second option. Like he would literally be like Klay Thompson in my eyes.
Great sport.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. I'm not mad at that.
And I feel like if he gets some help offensively, he'll become a better defender too.
Mm,
You know, like he won't have
That's
to do
why-
as much, won't be as tired.
yeah.
That Klay Thompson comparison is why I've always wanted him to play for LeBron with LeBron. Just a shooter that can knock down like every single shot.
I thought he was going to the Lakers, but they just sent Russ instead. But they
Yeah,
said Russ
love it,
wanted
though.
to go there.
What is the cap situation looking like for the Lakers?
Somebody's
It
selling
can't be
drugs.
good. It cannot be good.
Somebody is selling drugs.
Somebody's in the
Oh,
luxury
yeah.
They're
tax.
signing some,
Oh, yeah.
some veteran minimums in here coming pretty soon.
For sure.
Which
Which
off the roster.
they're losing Drummond. They're
I'll
losing
I'll
Schroeder.
play.
I'll play.
Obviously.
You heard my theory. I'm a 25.
Hey, put it. Hey, sign all the 4 to score people. Just let us stand in the corners. They're not gonna guard us, bro. Maybe we'll cut back door, get under the basket for a layup. Easy buckets,
Get
bro.
that
And I'm like, I'm
Pinned off the glass.
Do you
with 2
think you would
hands.
survive an NBA layup though? With all
Yeah.
that contact?
100%,
Mm-mm.
150%.
You, Ryan? You think
I
you
would
No.
survive. I would survive a layup. I didn't say that I would be like okay afterwards, but like I would.
Oh.
I might not make it, but like
Oh,
No hate, but like all
would-
love, of course. But like if I'm in the corner and I take it in for a layup on the baseline and I see Peyton Pritchard up under the net, like I'm probably surviving.
oh,
that one.
it's over with.
dunking on him.
Over with.
low-key.
I might put nothing in his face.
Well,
I might actually
know,
embarrass him.
what's bro's name? Oh no, never mind. He
Pat
went back.
Connaughton?
Okay, he's
but-
bouncy, so
I'm
I should have brought
about
this jersey
well,
tonight. That's on me,
well,
guys.
Ryan, you
I'll get you
are
guys
out.
later.
I'm repping Dale Jr. and Dale Senior.
I don't think I would take it up on Wendell Carter Jr.
Shout out YouTube.
That's a stout fella.
I'll probably just hit him with a slight euro on the baseline.
I ain't got it in.
I'm like this after. Or, what was your celebration going down the court, dude? Shout out YouTube. Only YouTube followers, subscribers are seeing this. Let me see your celebration.
I don't know.
You like go dunk on
I'm not really exactly sure what my selling in basketball would be. I have like a couple ideas. The thing is, like, I'd probably get a tech, and the thing is, they need me out there at the end of games. DeMarcus Cousins got a lot of hate for that because he was a little bit of a hothead back when he was scoring like 28 and 15. Though, back in the Suns, real ones remember that. He used to get thrown out at the end in the fourth quarter of games. I
Yeah.
couldn't do that to my squad.
Every
I couldn't
game.
do that
So
to
about
Bro,
I'd probably
I
be respectful.
If I went down and I like dunked on like someone, I would literally, you guys like WWE, like DX, like just suck it. Like,
don't see you getting fined.
You get
You're
two,
getting
you
fined.
get two every game. You might as well use one of them.
I
I'm probably not-
don't know.
honestly, I'm probably not scoring more
never
than like
celebrated.
20
Can you
points.
afford an NBA fine now?
Yeah, if I'm
At
on
that
my
point-
contract, hell yeah. My boys are
But
no,
it-
bro.
Well, I'm
Bleacher,
getting max money. That's
Bleacher
what I got.
Report would milk the hell out of that and like endorse me. I'd have plenty of money.
Mm.
And like, who's my teammates? Like, every team's got a player that's making a bag. Like, they're gonna be my boy, and then I'm gonna ask
Yeah,
them, and they're
no.
gonna be like, "Yeah, I got you, bro."
But what if they don't mess with you like that at that point? Like,
Well, then I'm just
You
not
would-
gonna do it till they do. But when I start dunking on
Oh,
people,
okay,
like
okay,
every
okay.
other game, like they're gonna start liking me.
As I'm dangling from the rim, I feel like they're about to just throw me some money. That's just me.
I feel you. I feel you.
Have you guys seen that stuff in the NFL? Xavier Howard,
coming to Dallas.
he's coming.
Well,
to Dallas. I'm not just
hey,
saying that. I've got valid reasons.
Actually,
why.
he actually that is
He's
actually-
coming home.
Probably.
But did you saw the? Well, I sent it in here, but I don't know. I feel like the league's disrespect. The Saints offered, I think it was a 3rd round pick in Marcus Davenport, bro. He barely got above underperforming this year, and they send him for Xavier Howard. Why they doing him like that, man? Why they disrespecting Xavier like that? 10 interceptions, and that's how you do the man.
Hey,
got
we're
an
trying to throw him a
89
first round, a third round, and Tony
89
Pollard.
Madden rating. For what, man?
That's why him going to Dallas is actually legitimate because Jerry Jones
They can
he'll throw a blank check at him if he needs to because that pass defense is going to get shredded by
Oh, yeah.
bombs. I mean, like you're looking at Daniel Jones going for 300 on that. That's just me though.
And 4 picks.
These Dallas games are about to be 40 to 30 something every game.
Oh, kind of like every year.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
So
okay. Now you see what we deal with.
I mean, so part of the reason that Xavier Howard's been beefing with the Dolphins is, of course, he's already on a big contract. He's a top 10-ish paid corner in the league, but
He's the second highest paid on his team, and that's the problem he's got.
That's
Like
the
he
problem. He
outperformed
did-
everybody
He's been
on the
best
team.
corner for the last.
He still has a
And
huge
they
contract.
said him and his manager like were trying to work with him, like he wanted to stay, and the Dolphins were like, "No, we're not paying you." And so like he bided his time. He kept outperforming, and they still were saying no. So he was like, "Well, it's about that time. He's got to move on." And yeah, I feel that though. Like, no,
He might be mad.
I like. Go ahead.
He might be mad because Byron Jones getting paid more than he is.
I
He is.
would be
Byron
too.
on the other
Jones is
side of the
good, though.
field.
Like nobody throws to Byron Jones.
Oh,
honestly.
He's good.
Yeah.
Problem is Xavier Howard had like double-digit interceptions last year. There's teams that didn't have double-digit
Oh, yeah.
interceptions.
Like the Cowboys.
That's not a shocker.
I think
it's
we had
not.
like 3, maybe.
Trayvon Diggs had 3. No, he had 2.
He had 2. He should have had like 7.
Yeah, he dropped like the most picks in the league and got torched by Terry McLaurin.
He was 10 pounds.
And again, he's a corner, not a receiver. That's the best part.
Mm.
Dallas, like I know Diggs had 2. I know Cheeto had 1. Lewis probably had 1. Brown probably had 1. Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell got 1.
What's his name? The safety, Donovan Wilson. He had 2, I think, or he just had a bunch of fumbles. So like we probably had like about 10 on the year. I'm sure Jalen Smith's trash ash had 1.
Xavier Howard would double the
You need to
Cowboys.
trade him.
And he grew up a Cowboys fan.
Now keep in mind that they would still not win the division, but
Oh, we're 100% winning the division. There's no.
Why
No
won't Dallas
contest
win
to
the
that.
division?
Washington's winning that division. Their front seven's really good.
They need a quarterback.
Their front
Talk
seven
to
was
him,
good
Zach.
last year.
I have
Talk
faith
to
in
him,
Ron.
Zach.
I have faith in their front seven.
They've had the best
Talk to him,
defense
Zach.
every year for the last 10 years in the division.
Keith, I wish I could be louder about this, but Cowboys fans are just incredibly loud.
And NFC East team hasn't won back-to-back years since 2004. And Ryan Fitzpatrick isn't changing that.
He might
at
not,
all.
but I mean that division's
not.
sorry. And the thing is, like
Oh, yeah.
Ryan
we're just the best
Fitzpatrick
of the
in
sorry
his
teams.
old state, and now keep in mind his beard is sick, right? So keep that in mind. He's probably going for a 40 piece on Dallas. Xavier Howard, Dallas, 38. Curtis Samuel will bust him up for 150. Antonio Gibson, I love
I don't know
Antonio
about that,
Gibson this
though.
year.
Ooh.
Yeah, hold on. Are you hearing this, Keith? Are you?
I'm
enjoying this?
listening. I'm listening. I'm
yeah, so
I'm seeing the
listen.
vision.
And don't get me
Vision.
wrong. I get where you're coming from because the Eagles are garbage. I love Jalen Hurts, but the Eagles are garbage. The Giants, garbage. Dallas, defense, garbage. Look, at the end of the day, defense wins championships, or at least a sorry division that the winner will go 10-7 in. Washington will win that division behind Fitzpatrick's leadership. Heineke's not even that bad. Of course, if Dallas can stay healthy, if their offense will be really good, but Washington's a better team all around. And
Remember when Dallas was like 2-11 last year, and we were in second in the division? It came down to week 16. We had to win, and the Redskins had to lose.
Literally,
essentially.
we would have won, like, far and away been the winners last year if we were healthy. So if we are healthy this year, I don't see any other difference.
I think you
Everyone
could
was healthy
agree
on
that.
Washington last year.
We didn't have either one of our all-pro tackles like at any point in the year last year. And Zach Martin was a little banged up. We're starting a new center. Dak got
Zach
hurt.
Martin would switch. He played like every position on the line.
That boy
every
said Dak
game.
Martin.
And Pro Football
Dak Martin.
Focus says like he was
That's what
like
he
the
said.
second best right tackle in the league last year.
Mhm.
98 overall in Madden though. Come on, bro.
I'm not mad at
going
that.
down there at 99.
I saw it. I
That's
saw that
some
too.
cleats. Oh,
Breaking
yeah,
news:
yeah.
we had 10 interceptions last year. Put some respect on us.
Yeah.
Xavier Howard had 10 by himself.
Yeah. So that means we're gonna have 20
we
next year.
know. That's
We're gonna
the
have 20
point we're
next
making.
Come on, man.
Get him, and then maybe we can
Y'all
talk
not-
about 10 and 7.
Y'all, I don't think
Maybe we can talk about 10.
y'all would pay him like he's supposed to be paid for real.
Playing in Dallas gets you paid a lot more than you think.
It does. The sad part, it doesn't even matter who wins the NFC East because they're probably just going to get smoked in the NFC. The NFC is
Oh yeah.
brutal. I mean, the NFC.
You know, like you got teams like the Cowboys.
I mean, think about it. Even like the boldest Cowboys fan, you throw them in the NFC West, and they're the worst team in that division.
Better than Cardinals.
It's close.
That's close.
They have some similarities to you guys.
They whooped our ass last year though. So.
Well,
Exactly.
yeah. But
Close.
Xavier Howard's not going to allow 2 70-yard bombs for Christian Kirk.
What
Yeah,
about
you got it.
Kenyon Drake busting one for like 90 against us?
Yeah, it was.
Look, we're gonna be better
Chasing
this year.
Down
Look.
DK Metcalf style. Like,
DK Metcalf style.
yeah, he's not chasing him down. Come on.
Is DK Metcalf better than AJ Brown?
No.
Oh, he was just big.
close.
You remember people were saying that, well, AJ Brown shouldn't have been like they were going back like recency bias because DK snapped for a couple games and they were like, oh, he should have went first. But like I think we now see the reason why AJ Brown went before. Like he's got it. He's got the route running. He might not have the monstrosity of a body, but he's got the skill. Like
Yeah,
AJ Brown's dad. AJ Brown's dad wasn't a lineman, so of course he's not going to be that big.
I mean, he's the number one passing option in that run-heavy offense that Tennessee runs. They run a lot of play action. They take a lot of snaps from under center. I think that with a team that spreads the ball out more, you're looking at A.J. Brown as a 1,500-yard type receiver, but he actually has a lot less looks, a lot less receptions than lots of other receivers on teams that spread it out. Like he's really talented. That's why it's hard to say with DK. Of course, they spread it out a little bit more in Seattle, because their offensive line can't block for shit. Russell Wilson, Pack, he's been running around for his life for damn 10 years now. But yeah, I mean,
Go Pack.
Go Badgers.
Whole pack of Badgers. Aaron Rodgers happened this week. Aaron
That's
Rodgers,
Bro, what did he
crazy by
say? What did
itself.
he say?
he
people were
absolutely
like-
shit on the Packers
He aired them
organization
out.
for
So
20
what's
minutes,
the
and there's
general
not a
idea of what he said?
he was basically like not saying anything good about the organization or how he's happy for a contract extension from them and like the management. Like he like there was one clip where he goes, I really love the fans, this Oregon, and then he like looked at the cameras and stopped my team, like little petty shit like that.
He aired
Yeah.
them out for like letting go of all these players, and he went there and named like Randall Cobb, Jordy Nelson. Went
Yeah.
bang, 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 and aired them all out. Like how they
exactly.
like
He's
they
a
cut
way
guys
too
he
late by
liked.
signing a vet Randall Cobb. Like it's a little
Yeah.
late for that.
He played like
guy.
3
Gotta
games
get
last
your
year.
ass a new one. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and sign a veteran Randall Cobb. 5 years too late. Here you go, Aaron. Please stay. Like
Randall Cobb was a monster back in the day.
with Jordy Nelson in there.
Dallas one year.
Oh my gosh.
Him and Allen
That
Hurts
was-
carried Dallas,
Allen,
and we won a playoff game that year.
his
Those
poor
were
leg.
rough times, though. Those were rough times.
Yeah, I mean, people were saying like he shouldn't have said it, but that's what bro's been thinking for like the past 3 years at least. And now like Devontae is thinking like, well, I'm the best receiver in the game. Why y'all ain't pick? Knowing your worth, and he might be a foot out the door.
Oh yeah,
And that whole Derek Carr to Devontae Adams thing that I was talking about last time. Now y'all gonna be looking crazy if that
It's their last
somehow
dance.
happens.
That Fresno
Oh.
State connection, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and then who's got the AFC West on lock? The Raiders of all people.
nah, the Chiefs still got it.
She still
don't know,
might
bro.
have it.
They
don't know
still
how
got
to-
it for sure.
I like that offense though. I'm a decent. I don't hate Derek Carr. Waller and Adams would be a little something.
'Cause they still got Jacobs and Darren Waller. So that's
Kenyon
basically
Drake
like,
there now.
oh dang,
Yeah,
yeah.
Drake's
I
there with
forgot
Josh
about that.
Jacobs still. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that division would be loaded by then because Herbert's gonna be good, of course. By then the Chiefs
No.
will still be good. Denver has a good roster if they can figure out their quarterbacks, but that would be a tough division.
If Denver had
If-
Dak at quarterback, would they be a playoff team? Or the Chiefs
Yeah.
are gonna be
Who would he throw it to? Who would block for him?
Who did Dak
Yeah.
throw
They
to
have good
when they won a
receivers.
playoff game? Allen Hurns.
Allen Hurns, baby.
The same amount of receiving yards this year as Allen Hurns.
But
Was he hurt or did he just not play?
he just didn't play. He might have been hurt, but I know he didn't play. But if Devontae Adams went to the Chargers now,
Oh
that would
God.
mix up a lot of things.
With Keenan
Herb,
Allen.
Herb
The
and
route
Keenan Allen.
running at Herbert's disposal right there would be unreal.
Eckler's a really
They
good
had-
receiving back too.
Because they almost beat them last year. They went to OT with KC
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
Herb's rookie year. So,
Keenan Allen and
Wasn't it like
fantasy,
a stupid
best,
reason why
one
they
of the best
lost?
trades I made all year.
it was like a crazy Mahomes like just scrambling out of the pocket
Yeah.
type throwing it won it for.
And they got my boy Trey McKitty, who Trey McKitty. I know people been high on Kyle Pitts. He's supposed to be the fastest. He got like a 91 speed in Madden, but I don't know. Like this was a pretty good tight end year for as far as the draft. I wouldn't be surprised if Brevin Jordan from Miami does just as well as Kyle Pitts. Seeing as how like there's no other option on Houston, and whoever throws to him, I mean,
hmm
he could get it done.
Yeah, one other guy I've heard of, other tight end I've heard about is Pittsburgh picked up the guy from Penn State, Fryermuth, something like that.
Freiermuth.
Yeah, Fryermuth. Yeah, Big Ben's always been a big tight end guy. Guaranteed he doesn't really have a couple more years left in him. He's washed. That's something that we believe on 4 to score. At least I do. Big Ben's gonna be washed in a couple of years. But he likes his tight end. Like you said, it's a good tight end class. Brevin Jordan, I like it.
The Steelers are going to be a lot like the Washington football team this year. The Steelers defense is
good
crazy.
defense.
Except I think they'll be better than Washington. I think.
They just got
have a better
their
quarterback
front
right
three
now.
are
Way tougher
crazy.
division. Way tougher division.
Oh yeah, for sure. But they're super good.
But yeah, I like
Their
that.
offense
I
is
like that
horrible, though.
comparison though. I like that. Veteran quarterback, good defense, good catching. I like it.
What are y'all thinking about the Saints this year? I just thought about this.
That's like a big wild card. Michael Thomas,
like
is gonna be
third
Michael
hurt.
Thomas is out for the first, or he could miss the first few weeks of the season.
But
He-
then
he
last
got
year
some
they had to rely
surgery
on
That
Oh my
requires
God.
like 8 weeks of rehab or
Mhm.
something, and he got it like last week. So like
Wow.
the season is like,
He's gonna miss the first few weeks.
yeah, like why?
No,
didn't
this
Didn't they
is
have to
coming
rely
in.
on Traquan Smith like last year for the first few games?
I'm not sure.
I think they did because he was going off on fantasy for a while, and I think it was when Michael Thomas. Well, maybe that was in the middle of the year.
MT was hurt early. Traquan Smith was going off. They had a little
drafted,
bit of challenge actually throwing the ball last year, which I don't know. I
Mm.
mean, they'll have a little bit better of a downfield offense in theory if they hand Winston the keys this year. I don't know if that's the plan. Of course, they'll still switch Taysom Hill in a lot, which I had personally, when they had Breeze, I thought that was just the dumbest thing. They would bring in Taysom Hill constantly. I don't know how you guys felt, but I just thought that was a little bit too much. Of course, when Breeze's arms started giving out, then it's, you give Sean Payton the flexibility to do whatever. But I have a lot of faith in their coaching staff. I don't just think they're that good. I don't see that offense without MT the first few weeks being very good. I think they're going to be kind of one-dimensional, of course. I don't know how you guys feel about Jameis Winston.
I think Jameis is going to go out there, throw 60 touchdowns and 45 interceptions.
Yeah, Traquan Smith is about to have a good because all he can pretty much do is just like a fly route, and that's all Jameis can throw. And he got his eye fixed, and he lost weight. So
Jameis is just
it could
going to
work
look
out.
up at the sky and throw it where he sees.
yes,
He'll
Lord.
throw
Think
that
I don't
into
about
the
think-
clouds.
They only have a defense as well. I don't think their offense is doing anything outside of Kamara. I don't have any faith in Jameis Winston at all.
Do you have faith in Michael Thomas?
No.
I had him in fantasy last year, so he has a bad taste in my mouth.
Oh yeah,
Traded
Drafted
Michael
him
Thomas and a second-round pick for Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, Tony Pollard, and Benny Snell, and Ridley came along somewhere in there. And all of those guys put up 20 pieces for me in the championship. So
I
shout
drafted
out.
Michael Thomas first
Michael
in
Thomas.
every league I was in.
Mm.
That's horrid. Should we start a fantasy league for 4 to score?
yeah. I've been thinking about that, man. Let's put money on it.
I've been trying to take
$20.
Keith's money for a while now.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
oh.
it definitely wasn't going to happen last year.
Keith's the kind of guy that probably takes like a tight end number 1 overall. Like he would
Did
take,
I take number 1?
I can see Keith taking Hawkinson like number 2 overall.
Mhm. It's always. I remember the one
Number
year,
2 overall in the
that like I won it all. I took Pat Mahomes. This is right when Pat Mahomes was named the starter, and I took him for a first round, and everybody was picking on me for it. Who took home that 400?
Hello.
That was ways ago. I'm not. Well, you were in the league, the little free league with me. I'm not no slouch, but I've been slipping up the past couple of years. But it's
I
all
came in
good.
second, didn't set my lineup after week 13. Yep.
Wait, was that the
Pub Sports Talk.
Yeah, that was a Pub Sports one.
Shout out Pub Sports
one-
Talk. They were on last week. Make sure you check
good
out
game.
episode 30 if you haven't. Absolute heater maker.
Parker said he was they're gonna have a league this year again. I already talked to him about it.
Let's
Ooh.
merge.
Hopefully I don't get the 12th pick again. There was literally no running backs. The best running back was like Kenyon Drake.
Oh, Wizards about to make their pick. Oh,
Terrence.
Warriors
Oh,
just drafted
my
they got
Moses.
that's dope. They gave him a moment of silence for him. That's dope. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Terrence Clark.
Have y'all seen in the baseball world lately? The Yankees are making moves.
Hey,
AL
Trey
East is
Turner
making
and
moves, except for the Red Sox.
I don't need
No
to.
offense, but like they're just not. I mean, yeah, we're 100 games over 500 and 28 games over the second place team, but we don't collapse every year, after the All-Star break. Yankees haven't
Yeah,
lost a
right.
series since after the All-Star break. We beat the Red Sox in a series and the Blue Jays, and
Didn't we win that series?
no, we won 2-1.
Thought we won 2-1.
No,
Maybe I'm sure.
we won. Yankees won the series against the Rays this past week. The series, not game 3. Game 3, the Yankees might have lost 18-0.
Dang.
What was it, 14?
14.
It was
though.
14
that's a
actually.
score.
Yankees are not getting shut out in football. Okay, if you play,
Yeah, one
okay,
of the New York teams is. The Jets might. That's just a different story.
if you played football, what position would you be? I just thought of that.
You mean like what?
If
do
you were in the
consider-
NFL,
You're saying you're gonna be? Are you like you can be like very good at whatever position?
No,
you
you're
want?
saying
Are
you
as your current self
you
right now.
Like
get a
you right
call-
now.
My phone gets a call right now from any team, and they're like, "Hey, we're signing you to a 1-year deal. What position are you going in there?" and telling me
Easy,
you play?"
easy, absolute easiest question I've ever been asked. Punter.
But I'm trying to play quarterback.
I mean, like I'd probably be
I-
better than like half the quarterbacks the Bears have had in the past 2 years. But anyways, listen, I'd be punter. I'm not trying to have that pressure on me. You really think you have any chance back there when you look to your left and Aaron Donald is coming like straight down the pipe? Absolutely not. Punting, I'm
don't
just
think
gonna
you
be
can bring
chilling
me
back
down.
there. I'll pull out a Hall of Fame level, like I'm talking like James Harden level flop. Like if anybody comes anywhere in my vicinity, and I will get a flag because they're gonna be like, wow, like look at this sorry ass kid who's about to punt this ball. Like he just got destroyed by a 300-pounder. I'm gonna give him 15 yards, and like I'm gonna give my team a bunch of penalties. I'm gonna kick some nukes, and we're just gonna have a good
Put
time.
it down
with
at the
it.
1.
I'm a go for blocking tight end. Actually, you know what? I'll go for
You're-
receiving tight end.
You're
I'm
not
going
blocking
tight
an
end.
edge rusher. I'm sorry.
So you can make a NFL pass, but I can't block anything.
Pretty much.
Or
You said it better than I did.
long snapper is the only option. Like
I don't know,
The
bro. That's pretty
only
quick.
option.
Actually.
That I like. That.
You don't get
They
hit
can't
long
cover
snapper.
a long snapper.
Oh,
They
that is- you
can't
can't
really
get hit.
touch the long snapper.
until you come up, they can't touch. You just
Yeah,
stay
until
down.
you come up, they can't touch the long snapper.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I'm still going tight end.
No,
Wherever they
I
need
would-
me, I'm
I
going
would
tight end.
screw that up so much. I would look like Romo against Seattle every single snap. I'd be
Oh,
so
no,
scared.
no.
Like,
That's the problem is I would say kicker, but I'd be rattled. Like what happens when they tell you to go out there and like kick a game winner? Punter, they're
You end up like what's the brother name? Roberto Aguayo.
Not your fault.
You end up like him.
we'll just start going for it. I'm good for that. Like I'll just tell my team, I'll be like, listen, coach, like I'm not feeling it. I pulled a hammy last night. Like let's just go for it. 4th and 11 and you're on your own 20. Let's just go for it.
Coach Belichick, I pulled a hammy last night. I'm not punting this ball.
That man will kill you.
And then Cam
Nobody-
Newton
they'll
runs
hide the
for
body.
86 yards.
They'll still run me my like 400K guaranteed.
We're about our bag
Yeah,
on
that-
this show. Oh, man. Okay, we were in baseball.
Hey,
Gallo and
Mariners
Rizzo to
lost
the
their-
Yankees. That adds
Mariners
two-
lost their series with the
2
Astros.
power lefty bats and potential first baseman options, more so Rizzo than Gallo. to the Yankees for a bunch of prospects that I've never heard of.
You kept
So,
your top 10.
huh?
You kept your top 10 prospects. I don't know
Yeah.
how that even happened.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Still coming in third in the division.
Hey, we'll get the wild card though. That's all that matters. And then we
Tampa.
always
Gallo-
win the wild card game, and then we start
Losing
losing
in
games.
Tampa if you make it to the wild card. Actually, not.
Gallo might hit
Boston.
50 home runs
What, we're
this
winning.
half of the season.
Hmm.
And that short left field or right field, I mean, with Gallo,
And Rizzo.
yeah, same thing.
Yeah, that's crazy. They maybe can finish in third in the division.
We're already in third.
I like this guy.
There'll be no change unless you think Boston's going to choke.
Oh my God, every year. Yankees are coming in second.
I would
Rays in
find that
first.
fairly funny. I would enjoy that. I'm not gonna lie. Boston fans have been a little mouthy in the past. Colts
'Cause we can be.
Said it's okay.
He's a
Colts
Boston
are-
fan?
Yeah, Colts are a Boston fan. And Cowboys. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And he loves LeBron. Wow,
Like
but he's a
that.
Timberwolves fan. No,
Yeah.
nobody
No one likes the
understands that.
Timberwolves.
Yeah, nobody likes the Timberwolves besides Colt and that one guy. Remember when KG returned? They played the song "Yeah" by Usher, and he was in the crowd. He's a big fat guy, and he took off his shirt, and it said "Welcome home, KG," and he started dancing. No,
No,
okay,
I don't.
let's move on. No, Yankees are in third in the division. We're a game and a half above the Jays, only 7 behind the Rays, and 9 behind the Red Sox. In our last 10, we're the same as the Rays, but we beat the Rays twice, which is huge, huge. Shout out.
Let's see. What the Dodgers just picked up.
Scherzer, is it official?
Scherzer and Trey.
Turner.
And
They
Trigger,
got both of them.
Trigger Trey.
Hate the Dodgers
Go
so
Pack.
much.
Go Pack. Trey
Yeah.
Turner, go
He
Pack.
went to state too.
Go Pack. We had 2 All-Stars this year.
Everybody good
Carlos
in the league.
Rodon,
At the state.
Who
on
blew
the
his
set.
perfect game by pegging someone in the 9th inning with like 2 outs or some bullshit like that. And Trey Turner, he's gonna get you how many 20?
He's gonna hit you 20, 25 home runs, threaten to lead the league in steals, all while hitting 300, playing great defense either at short or center field. I mean, like, I don't know. I haven't seen what the Dodgers had to give up for this. I know they have a loaded system, but I would imagine that if they actually have acquired Scherzer and Trey Turner, that's going to be a huge package going back to the Nats to help out Juan Soto in like 3 or 4 years. But I don't know. I keep the Dodgers
Read the
just
bottom
throw money.
real quick in the NBA draft for the team needs for the Wizards. It says a 3rd option for Beal and Westbrook.
It's all good. It's all good. But you know, somebody brought up a good point. Last year they drafted Cash. I don't know why I was about to call him
Cassius
Cassius Marsh. Cassius Stanley from Michigan State, and I would not be opposed to running with him as
Wait,
point guard.
Cassius Stanley went to Duke.
Not Cassius Stanley, the other Cassius that went to Michigan State.
Cassius Winston.
Winston, that's him. Cassius
Yeah,
Winston.
should this
And
one-
he's like,
yeah.
he's pretty good, but like they didn't give him Corey Kispert. Corey Kispert, that's the second.
Look at that girl,
third-
though.
His-
Look at that girl.
he's-
Corey Kispert.
She's
No,
just
that's
as
his
tall as he
mom, but the
is.
other girl?
That's Dua
He's my
Lipa.
new second favorite player.
That's Dua
I
Lipa.
love Corey.
But anyway,
She is just as tall as him.
yeah.
Good for her.
And he
That's
Anyway,
the guy
cool.
that wore the headband for Gonzaga?
Yeah. Would you think he cute or something? Hey.
No, I think his girlfriend or whatever. Good for him.
his girl is 6'6" too.
She played basketball?
Nah, she probably played volleyball.
Probably.
She definitely hoops.
She's probably better than him, high key. Wow, 92% of games. That's pretty good. Elite shooter. Anyways, Zach, where are you on Trey Turner? He's going to get you 25 home runs,
Yeah, I
47
mean, he's a
bases.
converted shortstop that started playing center field. He's a great. He's a 5-tool guy who's just started hitting for a little bit of power. He's one of the leading base stealers in the league. He's the bigger part of that deal, believe it or not. Max Scherzer has the name value, but he's a free agent at the end of this year. I mean, he does have a realistic chance at coming back to LA. He can throw money at anybody they want. But you're looking at Trey Turner. that lineup is already loaded with Muncie and Bellinger and crew. And I think that more than anything, they probably just made that trade to mess with the Padres, who have also been throwing money at people for the past 2 years, trying to make an effort to do something.
There were rumors today that Scherzer was going to the
Exactly.
Padres.
Scherzer was supposed to be a Padre maybe 5 hours ago, and now news comes out of the Dodgers. They probably came in with a huge offer, him and Friedman and gang. I don't know. I think that the Dodgers are
They
going
had to give
of
up.
course. I don't. Yeah, I still haven't seen what they've had to give up for that.
This rumor right here says they gave up their catcher Ruiz.
Ruiz,
I don't know.
Keibert Ruiz. He's been a top prospect for a while. He's blocked up though by whatever.
I don't know
they got a
any of these
young
guys.
catcher
I don't follow
starting right
baseball.
now. I don't know. The Dodgers are loaded. I think they still they're not even in first in the division. The Giants have the best record, and the Padres are really good. But I'm pretty sure the Dodgers still lead the league in run differential. They're loaded. Their lineup and rotation are unreal. They'll probably win that division. They're just far more talented than the Giants, especially after this acquisition, you would believe. But yeah, I mean, that's huge news. And of course, the Yankees got a couple lefties that can mash on the short porch. Big news in the baseball today for sure.
College world too. There's some news. Big 12 is having problems with ESPN because they're saying ESPN is like convincing Texas and Oklahoma to join the SEC, which obviously from the media standpoint, the business standpoint, that's going to lose the Big 12 a lot of money. Those are the two biggest football schools in the Big 12, I think.
Oh goodness, yeah, they're two.
And they're good at basketball.
Like storied programs. I mean, the Big 12 is basically going to dissolve after this, and there's no way around that. It's only a matter of time.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know.
They said they finally voted. They said it was unanimously voted, like all the SEC people. Hold on, before we go on it. All right, so my issue came in when the AD for Oklahoma State was like complaining about it. She said, "Oh, they've been talking about this for years," which, duh, what you mean? Like all of these NCAA people are shady. But my issue is like, why is it an issue? Like, what's so important about moving on to conferences and stuff? Like, won't this like work against them? I mean, they can probably get more money somehow, but like, as far as winning games and stuff, won't that work against them? Because if Texas moves to SEC, then it seems like they be the new Arkansas. So I don't know, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I think as it stands now, for sure, from the perspective of a fan, they don't get. I mean, Oklahoma was going into the Big 12 season as the favorite, and realistically, are they even a top 3 or 4 team in the SEC right now? No. Texas has been irrelevant on the national stage for longer than. Yeah, exactly. Since Mac Brown left. Mac isn't back, by the way.
Okay. Sam Howell's winning the Heisman. Sam Howell's winning the Heisman. Like, there's no way you can argue against that unless Carolina loses like 4 games.
Well, they're losing to NC State.
Not a chance. Not a chance in hell.
Well, Ryan, you say the wrong thing. Don't go to sleep.
I am
Pick a side.
honest
Pick a
when it
side.
comes to college sports at this point.
Pick a side. That's all I
Carolina's
gotta say.
going to beat State in football. Does that mean I'm not going to
that's
pull
it.
State? Does that mean I'm not
You
going to
ain't
pull
game.
for
No,
State?
you ain't game no more. You ain't
if-
game.
If my college IM intramural basketball team that I run with the boys, Zach. Well, Zach's gross. Zach's like a top 10 player in the world, low key. Like,
I ain't hearing it. I'm hearing you switch sides.
anyways, and they play against the Los Angeles Lakers with Beal, the Currys, Drummond, prime Dwight Howard, Shaq's there. Barack Obama's running the 2.
is winning.
Like,
We're winning. We are winning. You really comparing the difference
Yeah, like I
between
mean,
these
you
two
can't just go in there and say, "Oh, we about to lose." No,
just
The heck?
because I don't think they'll win doesn't mean
no.
I
I better not see you
supporting.
celebrating nothing.
I'm gonna go out there and put up my quadruple double and try to put the team the best I can on my back, me and Clark's back, and Zach too.
So you a horrible teammate. You calling out everybody. You saying everybody
Bro,
else.
I'm gonna
You
do
a
my
horrible-
best. They're gonna do their best. If I'm
No.
not hitting shots, I know Zach is. If
You a
Zach's
horrible
not, I am.
teammate.
Well, I always hit shots, but here's the thing: like my Heisman pick this year, Devin Leary, got go ahead, write it down. You can write it in pen if you want. There's no need to erase it because you'll actually be proud of that later. Sam Howell is garbage. Like the thing is, I get
like
what
a
you're saying.
hater.
Like I get that they might be a more talented team, but I'm gonna ride for State. And the thing is, like they'll probably beat them by 4 or 5, maybe 6 touchdowns.
We might win by 4.
But, you know, last year I figured out like why I don't mess with. I mean, he's all right, but I figured it out. Sam Howell reminds me of Josh Allen, and I'm thinking, all right, that's why I don't like him. Because they're not good, and everybody else is telling me they're good, but I'm not seeing. So there you go.
I mean, Sam Howell did lose 4 of his 5 biggest like offensive contributors: Michael Carter, Javonte Williams,
Yami.
De'Ami Brown, Daz Newsome. Yeah. But I still think Sam Howell is probably he's going to be the first quarterback taken in the draft, and he's probably going to win Heisman. He is the favorite, like betting odds wise. Is it Rattler?
So.
It's Rattler.
Probably
And
Rattler.
But that's just because he's with Oklahoma and name and stuff. So
That's QB. That's
Probably.
a
I mean,
factor over there.
if Oklahoma goes,
but he is
the
mobile.
SEC?
Like he's a little bit mobile. Oh,
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
don't know.
I don't know if that Oklahoma move would be made this abruptly. I think they have a
like
concept
a
of
4 year
like
in 4 years type of 5. Yeah.
like that.
I've seen that. Yeah, I've got Devin Leary could easily win the Heisman. I can see that.
He should be.
You're not being facetious when you say that, Ryan. You ain't got to lie.
You know something crazy that I realized when Dak got hurt? Dak Prescott and Devin Leary had like the same injury, like pretty much. Well, Dak's was a little bit worse, but they broke the same bone, same place, and all that stuff. It was like 6 days apart. It was Sunday to Saturday.
I blame you.
Quarterbacks that I watch on a regular basis had the same injury.
I
And
think you
Devin
had
Leary
something
was
to do
going
with it.
off.
Yeah, I think you had something to do with it,
I should
Ryan.
have stopped watching football after Romo fumbled it, after the Cowboys went to the Bahamas or something like that in 07.
What? I thought that was a John. Oh, wait, never mind. I know what you're
After
talking
they
about.
said Dez didn't catch it, after Kyle Lord threw an interception 20 yards over Dez Bryant's head in week 17 against the Eagles in the 4th quarter. That
Hey,
was
you still remember that?
everything that's after Dak's injury, after Dez Bryant controversy. Okay, literally everything that's happened. I should have stopped watching football a long time ago.
But you keep
This
trusting.
is our year,
I like
though.
that.
Yeah, it's our year every year, dude. I don't see how Dallas
Every single year, it's Dallas's year. Every year,
Yes, sir.
guys' year this year.
It's the
They're gonna
media's
start
fault. The
quoting the
media
Hornets
hypes them up
too, so
every
they probably will.
offseason. Dallas wins every offseason.
Yeah, every offseason Dallas does seem to win, but it just doesn't transpire.
It's just the media. There's
translate.
so many fans.
And maybe if some of their players could win some of their court cases, that would be a lot better.
Hey, they won. They all won.
But is there anybody
just
in
got
trouble now?
Jerry might have
That
had
might be.
to do it.
That might be it. I don't think who's in trouble now with them.
Probably someone. My guy, Randy Gregg. I saw.
Thurman going there.
Yeah.
And he had gotten in some trouble. So
Shout out
that was,
Four
they were just
Sports
trying to make that connection, just because, of course, they have a little bit of history doing that.
Hey, what Twitter account was making that connection first? I forgot. Was it
What did you say?
at 4, like the number 4 to score? Is that the account it was on Twitter that said that?
Probably so. More than likely.
T.O.
Like Terrell Owens.
Back then, Terrell Owens, like.
It was
Like,
gross
speaking
funny,
of-
especially in Dallas in 07 when they lost as a 1 seed. I watched Jared Cook catch that ball on the sidelines too.
I watched
I
our
watched Jeff
whole
Heath
entire
intercept Aaron
defensive
Rodgers
line.
2 passes in a row for one of them being called back.
Our
70
whole
yards.
defensive line got tackled by their line. Nothing got called though. The
Remember
same
that
play.
one time where they against the Lions in 2014 where they said that they shouldn't have picked up the flag, and then you see the replay and our
Ooh.
linebacker's whole
I
face
remember
mask is getting
that.
jerked to the side. Literally, he can't even turn his head because there's a hand in his face mask snapping his neck.
That was the only time I've ever, well, besides Dak's injury, but that was the only time I've been like, dang, Cowboys fans. Any other time it's been F y'all.
We
But,
won
like, those
because
those
Tony
2 times, I was like, I feel so bad.
Tony Romo,
And-
absolutely clutch quarterback, came down the field, threw a dot to Terrence Williams as he was getting tackled, touchdown. DeMarcus Lawrence recovered his second fumble after fumbling the first one. Rookie DeMarcus Lawrence, underrated, not in the top 10 in Madden rankings. Every NFL player is mad about that. Look at Twitter, but look at our Twitter first at 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, like while you're going on to look at this, like while you're looking at it, go ahead and type in 4 to score and just go ahead and give them a follow as well because it's more interesting.
Y'all know, oh shoot. Y'all picked up I was looking at the Cowboys roster randomly, and I know y'all bolstered the defensive line a lot, and it's a lot of familiar names. Terrell Basham being one, and Carlos Watkins. He played for Clemson. He was like the only option besides Charles Omenihu, something like that from the Texans. So maybe
We also
y'all got
got
something going.
Defense Rookie of the Year, 2021, Michael Parsons.
Okay, but if Surtain
yeah.
or Horn like don't have like 5 picks, like they're not winning it, and they're just gonna throw at them all day.
Okay.
And they're no trade.
Don't forget about Kelvin Joseph. Kelvin Joseph, he no slouch.
Who's winning offensive rookie of the year if Trevor Lawrence doesn't?
Justin
But,
Fields.
I mean, it'd be hard not to say a quarterback. Zach Wilson's probably going to start from day one. Sleeper,
But he's not gonna
Najee
be good.
Harris.
Hey, you know what I
crazy.
will not be able to take? If what's the name? Michael Carter Jr. gets it for some odd reason.
He's
Y'all
a
will be
starter
unstoppable.
there.
Where is he?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, he's supposed to be the starting running back there. Now, granted, they're terrible, but
He's gonna get the ball a lot.
I mean, in theory,
Exactly.
they'll probably
Who's the Jets quarterback? Zach Wilson? Is that what it
Wilson,
is?
yeah. So I
Yeah.
mean, he's up there because he's in theory going to start from week 1. So is T-Law. So they're obviously favorites, especially at the quarterback position. But I mean, there's a couple other guys. I think Jamar Chase is probably going to put up huge numbers with Burrow. They're going to be losing a lot of games. Their defense is also terrible. Hill's going to be chucking the ball. Yeah. So I mean, Burrow's going to be rolling around.
What's gonna go on in the Jacksonville backfield? What's it? Armstrong or ETN?
They have
ETN, James
Robinson.
Armstrong. That was their backup.
Yeah,
last year.
ETN's going to be in there to catch passes a lot. You'd imagine that Urban Meyer, if he was sensible after spending the first round pick on ETN, he'll try to have them both out there a lot in some form or fashion. I know James Robinson, I don't even think is terrible at catching passes.
no.
Last year, he was a top 10 running back.
Exactly, yeah.
last
So
year.
I would imagine he tried
Did
to have them
y'all-
both on the field.
Did y'all hear how Urban Meyer was upset that he didn't get enough? Like, you don't get enough time to game plan as much as you do as a collegiate coach, and he kept trying to I guess he was trying to take his collegiate experience / style to the pros, and the guys weren't having it. They were just doing their own thing because they're professionals, and they
We know
weren't
the
listening
college
to him. He got
thing,
upset.
it doesn't work. We saw
Yeah.
Chip Kelly go up there and absolutely fucking
Exactly.
suck.
They were
So
good for half of a season. Then everyone realized that
were.
the players just need to run on a treadmill the week of the
Mhm.
game. Like,
that hurry up offense.
congratulations, you ran 2 plays for negative yards in 8 seconds. Yay! Chip Kelly, you're
Right
garbage.
now,
buddy. Who is their quarterback? Nick Foles?
Mark Sanchez.
Mark Sanchez.
That's when they had Mark Sanchez, Tim Tebow.
Ruined LaShawn
and-
McCoy.
They had one more, a third
At
one.
the end of LaShawn McCoy's career, he's one of my favorite guys to watch. He started running all sorts of weird zone type runs, and that just wasn't him. It wasn't McCoy. He was getting blown up in the backfield all the time because Chip
Then they-
Kelly should have just stayed at Oregon. Holy shit! And then he
Yeah.
ruined UCLA as well.
They replaced him with DeMarco Murray.
Yeah.
Trash ass.
Remember that one? DeMarco Murray led the league, had 1,800 rush yards, led the league, first team All Pro in Dallas. And then his next year against Dallas, he ran for 2 yards. 2 whole yards.
Najee Harris has the
You could
second
probably do a
highest
whole
odds.
rush.
Oh, that I forgot
Absolutely.
about it. I don't know how I forgot about him.
Have y'all seen-
Offense Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I like Najee Harris for sure. He's going to be the bell cow there in Pittsburgh. in
Because
theory.
he's
think
probably going to get the
Kyle Pitts-
receiving yards and the rushing yards and the receiving touchdowns and the rushing touchdowns. So
He'll be in there all 3 downs. He'll get passes and everything. I know Mike Tomlin has been one of the few coaches in the NFL left that actually is fine with giving a running back 20, 25 touches. I mean, sure, his legs might give out when he's 26, but that's fine. I mean, as long as he gives them, production this year, they don't care. I mean, like, he could definitely be all right this year because they need him. They're going to need to lean on him. They have a strong defense and a shaky quarterback who can barely move. I mean, like, he looks like Peyton Manning in his final years. You guys remember how mobile he was in 2015, but like I said,
That's
they
horrible.
still won, didn't they?
But
What do you-
Trey Lance is third highest odds.
I like Kyle Pitts. I think Kyle Pitts is going to go for 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest.
they're
I
going to
don't-
win like 5 games.
Yeah,
He's gonna
Jamar
go
Chase will
crazy.
go for more than that.
I doubt that too. I just like
But he's gonna be a
Matt
tight
Ryan
end,
spread.
right? And he's got more
Matt
height
Ryan
than
spreads the
Jamar
ball around a lot more than people give him credit for. So that's why I don't think he'll end up with that. He'll do numbers, like, no doubt, but I don't think he's gonna hit that K until next year. You know,
Maybe not.
we'll see. You know, I'll be happy with 7 win. Actually, yeah, I'll be happy with 7 and 10. But if we go 9 and 8, boy, y'all ain't gonna hear the end of that.
You guys aren't going to be able to talk to him for like a week.
You remember when you said that the Falcons they were 0-3 to start the year? Remember that one time?
Yeah,
you guys
because
blew a
I
20-point first
thought-
quarter lead to us.
Remember that one
I
time you
didn't-
guys blew a 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl? Anyways, but
Remember
remember
we
you were
went?
like swearing and putting it like on jaw and stuff like, hey,
On
Falcons
who?
are going 13-3. We're winning
On
13
who?
straight.
And then what did you
On
guys
who?
finish like 3-13, 4-12?
Right. Well, yeah, I did say that. Y'all can go back and see that. I did say that. But that was before like I realized Dan Quinn was trying to sabotage us. But you know, it's all
Caleb,
good. It's
You're a
all
Red Sox
good.
fan, right? What's the score of that game?
The question.
You should look it up and tell everyone live.
You better cuss.
This is kind of cruel.
Yeah, this goes against like the 8th Amendment.
Fuck. 13-1. Oh my God. We just scored
who
the
they
one
playing?
though. Comeback trail. The Blue
Broncos.
Jays.
Hey, that's good for the Yankees, baby.
Hey, y'all know who else is third in their conference?
Division.
Division. What?
There's a
Anyway.
difference.
Anyway,
Mariners.
my fault. Division. The Mariners are third. They're only eight games behind their number one.
Hey, what's the
I like the
Mariners
Yankees.
record? You want to talk about that?
Their record's not bad. They're
I don't
not
know.
bad.
It's not that.
They're a
No,
little bit behind.
Got to
the
do
Yankees. They're
that.
close to the Yankees. They've been okay this year.
Yeah. I told you the only team.
The Mariners
the only
are
team that's
technically
worth-
one game above the Yankees just because they played more games.
Yeah, I love it. I love that. I love that.
They,
That's music to my ears. I love that so much. I love it. Go Mariners.
At least one thing with the Yankees is we're not going to take out our ace that's absolutely shoving in the 6th inning of a playoff game and then lose them in free agent.
Well, we were losing that game anyways, and the free agency thing is because we can't pay anybody. And the sad part is you guys can pay people and still finish behind us.
But
Yes,
they
sir.
take out Stanton's salary or his contract, which he's garbage, and he's making the Yankees worse.
The player
And-
that sent the Yankees out of the playoffs last year, straight round trip, their expensive ass closer who shoves 103 and
He's
do
good.
shit. We round tripping, he was making like league minimum.
Was
Are you
that
kidding
his
me?
name?
No, it was Mike Rousseau. He's bald as hell. No, you don't even know who he is. Doesn't matter. Making $900,000 a year, like league minimum type shit. Still took you guys yard. Bounced out of the playoffs just so we could lose to even more expensive team. That's baseball though for you guys.
Zach single-handedly pays like half the race salary, like $20 on like maybe going to one game or something.
You work one shift at McDonald's, working the drive-through window, and like straight up, you already can pay half their team. You can honestly buy their stadium too. But hey,
I hate their stadium.
second place in the division, first in the wild card, about to catch the Sox. Just give us a couple of weeks.
I hate the inside of the Ray
Stadium.
Stadium.
If they lose tomorrow, y'all lose tomorrow. Y'all are talking first.
Hey, quick update. I've completely like it just now registered with me. Oklahoma City Thunder. I forgot how many picks they got, but they just picked up Trey Mann, some dude from overseas, and some other guy. But I completely forgot how many draft picks they have, and they haven't missed.
I can't wait
Pretty
for
good.
them to trade all these players in 5 years for 2038 picks. Like,
They'll bring
I swear to
Chris
you,
Paul back.
they're trying to do that My League challenge where you get all the first round picks in 1 year. I
That's a
promise
thing.
that's what they're doing.
Oh.
They're trying to. What's the most first round picks in 1 year ever? Probably like 6, 5.
Like for either sport.
No, basketball. I mean, I would guess any sport really, but I'm sure it's
Oh,
probably
look,
like
that's a good
5.
question. Let me look it up.
Keith, what's your fun facts of the day? That should have been.
That should have been. So we're about to find out.
While we're taking this slight pause and break in time, we want to thank Pub Sports Talk for absolutely making our day every time they drop a new episode on Fridays at approximately 12 p.m. We're learning a lot from them. They're doing great things. They're getting special guests about every single week. So obviously make sure you guys go check them out. We also want to thank Johnson Lamb, who we've been in contact with about another line of merch. We just need your ideas on what to put on the back of it. So let us know. Follow us on Instagram at Fortoscore Sports. That's FOURTOSCORESPORS. Oh, I messed up. SPO.
Sound of Music, bro. I
That's a
love it.
net.
Sound of Music.
That's a net.
Top 2 movie, not 2 all time. Totally lying to you right now.
Oh, hold on, Sharknado.
Chill out, baby.
I'm playing.
Sharknado Twitter. On Twitter, the director, writer.
Yeah, dude, the writer of the first like few Sharknadoes liked my tweet that was gassing up Sharknado as the best movie. of all
I saw
time.
it.
That was sick, wasn't it, dude? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like our Twitter is actually juiced. Please go check it out. We'll try to get more active on there,
Yeah.
but for sure go check that out.
Yeah,
Sharknado already checked it out, so
Yeah. I have a thing that I'm gonna put on the Twitter right when this ends. Who is bigger in their prime? Like, who is more of a star? Like, Britney Spears or Justin Bieber?
here it is.
Britney took over the world,
Bieber.
and so did Justin Bieber. And Katy Perry almost did. Like when we were in like 5th grade, Keith was like 25, 26.
I think Bieber for sure.
You think? I think it might be Britney.
You ran
Like,
that joke into the ground.
There wasn't as much what you gonna call it? There wasn't as much social media back then when Britney was going to.
But
That's
Britney
true.
didn't have a movie. Bieber did.
Like she was killing the game on MySpace, but
But she had
she had
a
MySpace.
she had a Barbie. He did have a Barbie doll, I remember.
I'm
And
sure
it looked
Bieber
exactly
probably
like
did
her.
too.
You know what? I think he did. That's crazy.
He had a movie, and Keith, you saw that movie in theaters, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
It was probably
Could you
fun.
tell us that story real quick
Really?
before we have to?
Yeah.
Tell us a story.
So
in as much detail as you can.
I got asked to whatever year Never Say Never came out. I got asked to go with somebody to the movie, and
Who?
at some it
A
didn't.
guy or a girl?
At some point, it didn't register.
Oh, is it a guy or a girl? This has a
No,
lot to
it
do with
wasn't.
the
It was a
conversation.
girl. It was a girl.
All
It was a
right.
girl.
All right.
And-
Hello.
No, because I didn't answer because you were trying to play me. Anyway,
Oh.
at some point, it didn't register that like I didn't mess with Justin Bieber that much to see a movie about him, but
So
it
you were
was a movie.
simping.
Not really. I mean,
Oh,
I
you want to go
kinda-
see Justin Bieber and didn't like Justin Bieber?
I didn't
with a
like
girl.
him until after the movie. I didn't appreciate him until after the movie.
Keith
And
likes
I'll-
Bieber. Let me change our Instagram.
Yeah.
oh my god.
sorry.
But I
Bieber's worth
went and saw
$3.2
it.
billion.
Who?
Justin Bieber.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I saw it and saw that Usher put him on, and then like he just took off from there. And like that, what was the song? You Smile? Like they played at the end of the movie, and like that got stuck in my head for like a
Never seen
good
it. Couldn't
month.
tell you.
But you've heard You Smile. Like you probably sang it to your little girlfriend in middle
smile.
school too.
When I smile.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one.
I haven't
I don't-
heard
And
it.
then like that was
I don't know. I don't know the name.
Conflict.
I know the whole song.
Wait, is that in your breath? Is my breath?
No, bro. No. It's a piano at the beginning. It sounds like
We're making time. One time. That's the song I'm singing.
yeah, that's
That's a
not
good
the
one. That's a
one.
heater.
But
That's like
you
a
Smile.
solid
was fine.
8.5 out of 10.
Then it came back when Justin Bieber had that remix to Runaway Love with Kanye. I was like, oh, it's cool to like Bieber again because Kanye likes Bieber. So, and that was when I was in college.
That one song
Oh,
that he never. that
Good
never
Music
really got
Fridays.
popular.
Kanye, if you listening, please bring the album and bring back Good Music Fridays, please.
Imagine Kanye West. Kanye
Whoa.
West like
Mhm.
has an album listening party on Fortoscore Music.
Whoo, boy.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm pretty sure. I know Drake listens and Lil Baby. Uzi hangs out with us sometimes.
Everyone, so that's just on like the weekends when he's not on tour.
Yeah.
He's a
He
busy
flies
guy.
in on his days off though. Like, that's pretty
He
cool.
flies in.
It's kind of annoying to have to go pick him up from the airport, but like,
So that's because he has a bunch of clout though, so he has a bunch of people like riding
I
like, they're, like
know.
up there. Like I'm not trying to deal with all that. I'm just trying to get you and slide back to Stanhope. But
he's using us for clout, high key. Kanye uses Florida Square for clout. Did y'all know that? Bro, like, why is he like he's hanging out with us?
Yeah, for sure.
Of course. Anyways. Kim
Kanye's
Kardashian.
cloud chasing.
Anyways, so do you guys have anything else relevant to this podcast?
Um,
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 I saw a thing on Instagram a couple times, and it was like, would you rather get tackled Derrick Henry or get tackled by Aaron Donald? And I think people have the complete wrong idea because every single time tackle Derrick Henry is winning. Like people would rather get hit by Derrick Henry than to get tackled by Aaron Donald.
yeah,
Bro,
facts.
I don't know why it sounds crazy when I think about it, but I feel like Aaron Donald would like, you know how, well, maybe you do, some of you do, Caleb does, but you know how you learn how to form tackle and like how to perfectly tackle and not just
Yeah.
tackle for strength. I feel like Aaron Donald does that to make sure he gets this tackle registered. But like if he just threw his whole, like Aaron Donald is shorter than me. So if he comes up in my chest, I'm
Taller than
dying.
me.
I was like, so now, but if he gives me like a regular wrap up and go down, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I feel
Derrick
like
Henry.
he's doing just a normal tackle. And Derrick Henry, like I played football for many years, and getting hit by like a heavy running back is the worst thing ever.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I think I'd
that
rather
was my
Derrick
specialty
Henry
at
tackle
running
me.
back. Well,
I
me too.
my years, 2 years as lineman, I got hit by one. Big as I am in my kind, I only got hit by like 2 running backs that are the same size as me, and Derrick Henry is literally my size, and that is not fun at all. I was so embarrassed, bro. But I can take an Aaron Donald tackle.
Have y'all seen that Derrick Henry and Patrick Mahomes are the same size? Derrick Henry weighs 8 pounds more than Mahomes.
That's-
Other than that, they're both 6'3", 230.
That's completely wrong.
Did you
There ain't no
see?
way.
They said the same thing for Justin Herbert and Megatron. That's real. I didn't think Herbert was
Herbert's
that tall.
taller than Megatron.
He's like 6'5".
He's like 6'6", 6'7".
was like 6'5", wasn't he?
He's big.
Oh,
Megatron's
Oh,
6'5".
Realize that weight is distributed way differently, of course, on these
Mhm.
guys. But yeah, I mean, like
That's
these
wide
NFL
receiver all
quarterbacks are
time.
huge.
Megatron.
Dak is
Hey,
250.
Damn, these
Who?
guys are massive. Like, you ever seen Cam?
I think he's
Newton?
240.
who was 250?
Dak.
No,
No, he's not.
No,
Wait,
what is
for
it?
real?
240.
240.
Cam
Sorry.
Newton's like
I think he's
245.
240.
Sorry.
Bro, that's still a lot more than I thought he would. But
That's
I
a
haven't
big.
seen. I've
that's a
never
Well,
seen
he's
him in
like
real
he's
life.
like kind of chunky looking though.
You know
Like,
what
Dak
Dak
don't
told
look
just
like-
wait.
It's
Slim.
his round head and bald
His
head.
big balls.
All right. All right.
That's where Dak
But,
holds his
yeah,
weight at.
that's about, I guess it's 30 pounds. So I guess like that makes sense. But yeah, it's crazy how weight distribution works for like athletes. You ever like put your how tall you are and then how much you weigh and see like what athletes are the same?
Yeah.
So I did
I'm
that.
bigger
I
than
did that
half
for
the
myself.
NFL
I've done that.
position.
I get bored and like
Or
Google
skill
weird
wise.
stuff. And I did that for myself. And Von Miller is my size, and that's crazy to think. And who else?
I weighed the same.
There's a
amount
lot
as
of
Kevin
defensive
Durant.
linemen. You
Caleb
what?
and Tariq are pretty similar.
I weigh the same amount as Kevin Durant, and I'm almost the same height as Tariq Cohen. So
Eh,
I'm 6'5",
Who else?
250.
How long you been? Stop lying for the internet. How
You've
long
been
you been
bulking.
6'5"?
I thought it was 245.
Lifting or something.
I
Yeah,
like your
245.
little 10, but that's not. They ain't showing me no. You're not making gains.
I'm
You're
not actually
bulking.
6'5".
Yeah, stop lying for the internet.
I'm like 6'3", but 6'2", 6'3".
I'll give you 6'3" and a
Six-
half. When you
Shout
stand
out
up
6'5" in
straight.
shoes. So
You got
Wait.
anything? Oh,
What you say?
you have anything before we go?
Yeah. Except, oh my God. Yeah. I love you. Keep going. You're doing great. it's hard to accept your blessings when you got your hands full.
Period.
The end. That was the end of the song lyric. I blanked on that one. But yeah, keep going, accept your blessings, accept everything that's allowed. And roll
Caleb,
with
any
it.
last words?
Me?
Well, yeah.
Caleb with the K.
Fuck the Yankees and fuck State.
First of all, I loved where you were going with part of that. Part of that was magnificent. I couldn't have put it any better. We'll work on the second part.
We'll work on it.
We'll work on it.
I loved half of that though, so that's awesome. Yeah, I don't really have anything either. Good episode, of course. Good content coming out on the gram, on Twitter. Check that out. Of course,
TikTok. Multiple people have said something about making a TikTok. Maybe we'll get.
we'll probably
You
get
guys
it.
should.
You
Wow.
can catch us on your For You page and like give it like tops like 2 months.
I mean, we'll probably have like what 7-8 million followers first one.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we can just get Ryan and Cole to throw in a couple dances on there. We'll be all right. We'll be good. We'll get the views up. Try to keep pushing out great content for you guys.
If when we hit like 1,000 followers on the Instagram or Twitter, Colt's gonna do a video to WAP.
It'll be hilarious.
He doesn't know it yet, but he's going to.
No, like he doesn't need to. Know it. He'll be all right. He'll put on a good performance for us.
God.
Look, if
I
Dak wins the MVP this year, I'll go ahead and I'll scheme up a little something for you guys as well. That's a long ways away, but I'll
Zach is
scheme
saving his
something up.
head if Dak wins.
I'll go
MVP.
bald if Dak wins the MVP this year.
Oh, you a wild
Fuck
boy.
it.
You a
Fuck it.
wild
Dak
boy.
doesn't win MVP, I'll drop out of college and shave
Oh,
my head.
well,
Me too.
Ooh.
Your
that
dad, your
might
dad
be a
hear this
topic
boy
for
is
another
over for you.
episode.
Thank you guys so much for listening to episode 31. Make sure to throw us on your Instagram story, Snapchat story. Right now, Snapchat's down for me at least, so maybe
Yeah.
that'll still be working by then. If not, sorry. Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, LinkedIn.
Add us on LinkedIn. We're a great connection.
We have connections to Kanye, bro.
Before you go,
Thank you
Jalen
guys.
Johnson just got drafted. So shout out to Colt, I
Colt's
guess.
boy.
But yeah, y'all be good.
Y'all be
Hold on.
good. We love you. Thank you for listening. We'll catch you guys next week.